Hello, everyone, and welcome to Disney Magic Podcast, a fun new Disney podcast hosted by a British guy. I'm your host, Zach Campbell, and you can join me every other week for magical stories, amazing guests, intriguing history, and overall a trip down Main Street, USA. From Disney parks to a galaxy far, far away, we'll be talking all things Disney and just how magical it is. Get ready for this episode because it's starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to Le Podcast, El Podcasto, if you're Spanish. Yeah, welcome back. Just before we do begin, I just want to say a huge apologies for this. This was kind of off the cuff. This is going to be out of the blue because the episode I did want to do was a guest episode. It was going to be a Would You Rather, and the audio was screwed up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a tier list today. As you can tell by the title, we are ranking the Disney princesses as a video, as an episode. But yeah, honestly, it was such a good episode. The Would You Rather. I'm going to do it again, but there isn't going to be any more guests until September now, potentially, because I'm busy and I've got stuff to do. I've got to get ready to go, because this is going to be the last episode of the pod for July, and that means we've only got one left until we go, which is going to be like the beginning of August. I think it's like the 9th or the 10th of August. And then there is going to be one whilst I'm over there coming out on the 23rd. It's going to be like an on ground, on scene podcast. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing super. Yeah, and again, apologies for the audio issues of not being able to produce that Would You Rather episode, but it will be coming very soon, potentially September. So yeah. But anyhow, what we're going to do today is we are going to rank the Disney princesses. Now, it does say that these are all the Disney princesses, creating a official Disney Princess 2022. And this is by Just Savvy Ray on Tiermaker. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. We go from S to F. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm super excited to do this. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome. Sit back, relax, take a breather, get yourself a drink, and let's dive into this episode. So, we are on the tier maker here, the tier list, and we go from S, A, B, C, D, and F. S being the greatest and F being the shoddiest. So, first one I see is Alice. Now, she's not even a princess for this. So, I mean, I guess we can just do it. We can just go along with it. But for me, Alice is just shit. It's just real bad. I have a lot of bad memories with Alice. I don't like the movies. I don't like the rides. I don't like the character in general. I don't like the books by Lewis Carroll. I just don't like anything Alice in Wonderland. Full Reasoning I did on a podcast a while ago, where I ranked all of the Disney World rides. And I'll leave that in the top right for you, as well as the pod clip episode where I take out the bit and just explain why I don't like Alice. So Alice is going to go in the F tier because she is shocking. She's rubbish to me. She's not the greatest. She's a bit shit. But yeah, we roll with it. Next one though, Ariel. Now, Ariel's a good. She was the start of the Disney Renaissance. Yeah, Ariel's a good one. A mermaid, red hair, beautiful, fantastic movie The Little Mermaid is. Gorgeous. It's just beautiful hand-drawn animation. And, yeah, it's fine. It's a great movie. But where do I put Ariel in general? She's 16, she wanted to leave home because she wanted to marry Eric. Does that warrant her being a good princess or a bad princess? I don't know. No. I don't know. I'm going to put her slap bang in the middle. She's going to go C. C tier for Ariel. C tier for Ariel. Next one we've got is Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty or Aurora. Don't know what I was going with there. Sleeping Beauty. Put under a curse for 100 years by Maleficent. It be how it be. Yeah. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Overall, I think Sleeping Beauty or Ariel herself is a fair princess. To be fair, she's a good one. She is a good one. Not my all-time favorite. But she does warrant a place in probably the C tier behind Ariel. Behind Ariel, yeah, because I like Ariel more than I do Aurora. But yeah, Aurora is a great princess. Great story, great movie. 2 parks, 2 park castles after her. So what can't you love about that? What can't you love about that? But yeah, what we've got. She's a great character. I do prefer Maleficent more as a character from the movie. She's probably probably more my favourite character in the movie rather than Sleeping Beauty. But yeah. Oh well. Moving on. Beauty and the Beast. Belle. The belle of the ball, some may say. The belle of the ball. 1991. Beauty and the Beast. Paige O'Hara. Beautiful movie. The live action, Emma Thompson wasn't great. It was a solid 7 out of 10. Probably maybe not. Maybe a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the plot holes they put up. Was it Luke Evans who played the Beast? I'm pretty sure it was. Josh Gad was LeFou. Emma Thompson was Belle. Fair dues. It was a great movie. I really enjoyed the animated movie version more. The songs are classics. Angela Lansbury. I think Lumiere is probably one of my favourite kind of characters / sidekicks in a movie. So I mean, I think Belle's gonna go A tier. She might even go S tier. I think she might go S tier. Belle is S tier. Ladies and gents. We did it. Belle is S tier. It's just a fantastic movie. Beauty and the Beast is a fantastic movie. Beautiful. It's just fantastic. It really is. And Belle is just gorgeous. Really is. One of the best. I'd say. Next one, Cinderella. 1951 Cinderella. Yeah. Again, a great princess, a staple princess in what Disney princesses are and what they should be, what they aspire to be. She's home to a castle at Disney World. And I think Shanghai. One of them. It's one of the Asian parks. But yeah, Cinderella is gorgeous. One of the best. That level of what Disney expect the the princesses to be, Cinderella is that benchmark, I feel, like that princess level. So I think I'm going to put her in a, I think I'm going to put her in an A tier. Cinderella, she is fantastic. She's not one of my favourites. She is in the top 10, but she's not my favourite. Not my favourite. Here we've got Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Again, not a princess, but I appreciate the fundamentals of this list. I love Esmeralda. I think she was a fantastic character, fantastic heroine, fantastic female kind of like role within Hunchback of Notre Dame. And, you know, I think that, honestly, I'd warrant her like middle of the road, probably before Aurora, just after Belle. Yeah, I think she goes there. I'm trying to think who this is. Is this Jane? Is this Jane? I think it might be Jane. I think it's Jane from Tarzan. So Jane from Tarzan. Again, there's better characters that I feel are better in Tarzan than Jane. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put Jane in D. I'm gonna put Jane in D. She's not one of my favourites. She's not one that I think, oh, you should be a Disney princess. She's like, there. You're there. You're fine. You're fine. You're doing what you're doing. You're surviving. You're coping. You're doing what you're doing. Princess Jasmine, though. Now, Jasmine is a fantastic princess. And even more so from the live action version with Will Smith. That was... Her song, Speechless, was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And it really opened up the doors for Jasmine to be so much more than just the princess. It opened her up to be a character of her own demise, of her own devices, should I say? Not demise, because that means trouble. Devices. Her own... It made her expand her storyline, and I appreciate that a lot. And Jasmine's one of my favorites. She's probably like top 5. So for that, she's probably gonna go S tier, because Jasmine is just fantastic. Even more so with the live. I do think, and this is probably a hot take, but the live action Aladdin is possibly my favourite live action princess film that Disney have done in a long time, and could even be marginally by like a slither. And the only thing that's saving the animated version is Robin Williams as the genie. But my gosh, that movie was fantastic. The live action film, they really set the bar with that one. They really did. They really did. Yeah, Jasmine is S tier, 100%. Next one. Now this is one that is under debate for years. The next couple coming up, actually, to be fair, are under debate for years. Is Princess Kida of Atlantis a Disney princess? In canon of the movie, of her being a princess of Atlantis, yes. In terms of what makes a Disney princess, being a box office hit, having a sidekick, being a strong female lead in the first movie, not in being like a sequel and things like that, no. Because Atlantis was a box office flop. And that is why it makes it so underrated. That is what makes it so beautiful of a movie. Now, Princess Kida, is just an iconic character from the underbelly of Disney's, flops, along with Treasure Planet and Emperor's New Groove. Those three really are like the three that you think of when you think of Disney kind of like box office flops. And they've created so much of a following that honestly, I don't even think they're flops anymore. I think they're probably more popular than some of the popular ones that were a box office hit. So yeah. Kida, Princess Kida from Atlantis is probably going to be a high A tier, just on the brink of an S tier. There are characters and princesses I like more than Kida, but Kida is definitely up there on like the brink of breaking into that S tier. 100%. 100%. Now, one that I do want to talk about is Hercules, Megara. Another one that sparks debate of like, should she be a princess? She married a Greek god. She married Hercules, right? Or at least that was what was implied at the end of the movie. Is she a princess? No, because Hercules again was a box office flop. It didn't match the numbers that they wanted. It didn't make enough money in the box office, and so that is one of the criterias of that to become a Disney princess, is to have a box office hit, to not be underselling at the box office, and Hercules did that. Unfortunately, Hercules did that. Now, Meg as a character is feisty. She is fearless. She is comical. She is witty. She is sassy. Where does she go on my list? Where does she go on my list? I'm going to probably put her, again, before Cinderella and after Kida, a high A. A high A, like middle of the road A. Just a little bit more. I enjoy Kida a lot more than I do Megara, but Megara is definitely the next in line after Kida and before Cinderella. 100%. 100%. Now, moving on to this next one. Merida from Brave, the only Disney Pixar princess. All the rest have been Disney Animation Studios princesses. Merida is not. Merida is Brave. Merida is Pixar, sorry. She is Brave. That's the name of the movie. Now, again, Merida is one of those characters that you think, is she a princess? I mean, yeah, she's a princess of the Scottish Highlands. The movie did successfully well. She is considered a Disney princess, and I feel like people forget that sometimes because she's not a Disney animation kind of like character. She's a Pixar character. And so with that, I mean, I like Brave. I do. It's fine. It's a good movie. It's it's fun. It's where the Pixar theory comes in place, and like, oh, Boo is the witch from the movie and all that kind of stuff. Boo from Monster Inc. is a witch from the movie. All these kind of fun theories that kind of like, that us Disney adults enjoy a lot. But where do I rank Merida as a princess in herself? She's brave. She's smart. She doesn't need no man in her life. She's a cool character. I'm gonna put her again. I'm gonna put her probably above. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna put Cinderella in a B, because I feel like Cinderella is just gonna get pushed down into a B anyway. So Merida is a high A. A high A. She's an A. I like Meg more. I like Kida a lot more, but Merida is definitely there for sure. For sure, for sure. Oh, continuing on. We are on to Moana of Motunui. Now, Moana is a good film. It's a great film, to be fair. The first one, super excited for the second one. It comes out in November, I believe. Super excited. Moana is a great film. The character herself is just fantastic. Again, it's one of those princesses, heroines that doesn't need no man in her life. You know, they are a strong, independent woman, and I love that kind of like character. I like arc for them. I absolutely love that. But you know, Moana herself goes on this journey of self realization and to help others on her island and things like that. Out the goodness of her heart to return the heart of Te Fiti. And yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Moana herself is a great character, a great princess. She has an attraction at Epcot, the Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, which is very cool, very very cool. Again, can't wait to try that. Cannot wait to try that. To just play with the water and just have a grand old time with that. But yeah, it's definitely a fantastic character. Where do I rank Moana on my list here? I mean, it's gonna probably be it's probably gonna be a high B. A high B before Cinderella. High B, definitely. It's a fantastic character Moana is, and yeah, she's living there on my B tier, 100%. Next one, Mulan. Where does Mulan go? Mulan is a fantastic character. I love Mulan. I absolutely love. I've not watched the live action. I haven't watched that yet. But I have watched I've watched the animated series, the animated one, so many times. You know, it stars Eddie Murphy, one of my favourite comedians of you know, the early 2000s, late 90s, early 80s, whatever, that kind of genre, that time period. But yeah, I absolutely love Mulan. It's a fantastic movie. It's got Donny Osmond in it. You know. But yeah, Mulan is a fantastic character. Really is. Where do I put her? Where do I put Mulan? I'm going to put Mulan in B tier as well, I think. I think Mulan in B tier because, again, I feel like it's more of a Moana situation where she goes to do something out of the goodness of her heart, but she also does it to help her family, help her father, who is too unwell to fight. And obviously, women weren't allowed to fight in, you know, against the Huns in, you know, in that time period. But yet she does. She becomes the legendary Fa Mulan, and you know, the rest is history. But yeah, super cool. I'm gonna put Mulan there, just after Moana. Yeah, just after Moana, I think. I do like Moana more, a little bit, but more than Mulan. Because it's set in like Hawaii and Polynesian, and that's kind of like my vibe. I love that. But yeah, Mulan's there. Next one we've got is Pocahontas. Now, Pocahontas is one of those movies that I feel like I've watched, but I don't really remember. I remember a couple of the songs. I know "Colors of the Wind" and "Round the River Bend" is in there, but I don't really remember the movie. I remember John Smith and I remember Miko, but I don't really remember the movie or the plot of Pocahontas. And for that, it's kind of forgettable for me for some reason. So I'm gonna put it in a low D tier. Actually, I'm gonna put it F. I'm gonna put it F tier before Alice, because Alice can just go jog on, mate. But yeah, Pocahontas. It's not one that I really remember. I know I've watched it. But I cannot remember for the life of me. I cannot remember. I cannot pick out an exact point apart from the songs, "Colours of the Wind" around the Riverbend, and Miko, which is her sidekick. Those are the only three things that I can. And John Smith. Those are the only four things I can pick out. And be like, Pocahontas. But one that I do love. One that I do love a lot. Rapunzel, Tangled. 2010. 2010. This came out the same year as Frozen. No, it didn't. When did Frozen come out? Frozen 2010, or is it 20? It's not 2013, is it? When did Frozen come out? Let it go, let it go. Frozen 2013. Yeah. Tangled was 2010. Yeah, okay, so Tangled was 2010. So Tangled was 3 years before Frozen. I absolutely love Tangled. I love Tangled. I love Rapunzel. I love Mother Gothel. I love Pascal. I love Eugene or Flynn Rider. I love the story. I really do. And some of the scenes are just... That lantern scene is just hands down gorgeous animation to a T. That is animation for me was hit its peak there. 100%. 100%. And I know it's changing and ever changing and everything, but my God, it's beautiful. My God, it's beautiful. But yeah, 100%. Rapunzel is definitely high. High S tier for me. The highest S tier we've got so far. At this current moment, there is one more that I do love more than anyone on this list, but yeah, Rapunzel is definitely up there, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Demi Moore played the voice of Rapunzel, I believe, and she just absolutely nails it, absolutely knocks it out of the park. It's beautiful, gorgeous, and Zachary Levi, or is it Zachary Quinn? Zachary Levi. I can't think. Zachary Levi, which is Jesse from Pitch Perfect. He is the guy that plays Shazam in the Shazam movies, and I'm a big fan of Shazam. I'm a big fan of Pitch Perfect. I'm a big Zachary Levi fan. I enjoy his work, and yeah, so it's just a plus for me. But Rapunzel, fantastic character, love her to bits, fantastic. Now, next one that I don't know much about really is Raya and the Last Dragon. Now, I feel like I've not watched this movie. I don't think I have. I think I've watched like a quarter of it, maybe half, and I think I fell asleep. So I need to watch it again to have a full opinion. So for now, she's gonna go in the F tier, because I don't, excuse me, I don't have an opinion on Raya just yet. But that will change when I watch the movie and potentially update this and whatnot in the future. Next one is Snow White, the original princess, the one that created the Disney princess kind of aesthetic look, whole freaking franchise within the company. This girl right here, this German 14-year-old, started it all. Yes, she did. And she's, you know, it's Snow White. She's beautiful. She's meant to be the most porcelain perfect little girl princess ever. She's meant to be beautiful. She's meant to be stunning. She's meant to be what every princess aspires to be, essentially, in terms of look and attitude and personality and all that kind of stuff. But where do I rank her? Where do I rank Snow White? Now, granted, she is not one of my. She's up there. She's gotta be up there just purely for legality and the whole idea that she brought. Without Snow White, none of these princesses would have existed to the caliber that they are. They wouldn't be considered a Disney princess without Snow White. Excuse me. But where do I put Snow? Where do I put Snow White? It's a tough one. She's not S tier. For me, she's not an S tier princess. There are far better princesses that I really enjoy more than Snow White. But she's also not like middle, or she's nothing below a C. So we can cross them out. She's nothing below a C. It's C and above. It's A, B, or C. It's a matter of where. So I'm at A tier. I've got Kira from Atlantis. I've got Megara from Hercules, and I've got Merida from Brave. In my B tier, I've got Moana from Moana. I've got Mulan from Mulan, and I've got Cinderella from Cinderella. In my C tier, I've got Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I've got Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I've got Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. Those are my A, B, and C tier. Where does Snow White fit more? I'm gonna put her in a. I'm gonna put her in a. I'm gonna put her in C. I'm gonna put her in C. Yeah, I think that's right. She is the staple. She is the one that made all of this possible. Without Snow White, the company probably would have failed. I appreciate that. I appreciate what she's done for the company. I do. I totally do. But on the plus side, there has been on the other side, there has been so many more Disney princesses that I feel overshadow her a lot more nowadays with their courageousness and their important missions and such. So that is the reason why, because the princess have become so independent and become their own characters. They don't rely on a prince to come and save them nowadays. That's not part of the script anymore. And if it happens, it happens, sure. But you're like Meg from Hercules. She wasn't looking for someone. Sure, it happened. It did, sure. Merida from Brave. She wasn't looking for anyone, and she is a single, wild and free. Moana, single, wild and free, doing her own, charting her own destiny. Belle wasn't looking to fall in love with the beast who captured her. It's not what it was. But I feel like there's been so many more, but she is the staple. So Snow White is a C, 100%. Now, one that I'm gonna leave. No, I'm gonna do Tiana next. So next one is Tiana from Princess and the Frog, a 2010 hand-drawn animation from the Disney Animation Studios. My all-time favorite princess movie, hands down. This is my favorite princess movie because this, I feel, set the bar with what was to come. I don't want to know. Get the minute. Why am I getting notifications? This is what set the bar to come, I feel. Sure, she fell in love with the prince. She fell in love with Prince Naveen. But she was not looking for a prince at all. That was not Tiana's goal or aspiration. Her goal was to open a restaurant called Tiana's Palace. That was her goal. And she made that come true. And through the movie, she learnt to appreciate and become fond and fall in love with Naveen. It wasn't an overnight thing. It wasn't, oh look, it wasn't love at first sight. It was not. Because I feel like the story of Princess and the Frog is get to know the personality of someone before you fall in love with their appearance. Because they were both frogs. They didn't know what each other looked like. They were frogs, for goodness sake. But they fell in love with each other's personality. Naveen for Tiana's kind of like gumption and strong-headedness and determination. And likewise for Tiana, it was his charm and his demeanor and his musical ability and stuff like that. And that's what sets it apart, I feel. And not only that, but they don't live the typical and they lived happily ever after in a giant palace. No. Tiana was like, no, we're opening a restaurant. Me and Naveen are going to run it. And boom. That's the end of the story. That was their happy ending. To work on Tiana's dream. Not to give it up and sit in a palace and sit in a castle. No. The goal and the dream was for Tiana to have a restaurant. She made it come true. And she worked hard and she got it. And she did it. And she's still doing it to this day. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the ride that has just opened at Walt Disney World and soon to open at Disneyland, California, is based after the story of Princess and the Frog. It takes place years after the movie has been set, where Tiana's palace has become a staple in New Orleans, and she has now opened her own food franchise or food business, where she sells her spices and culinary goods to the public. That is the story. That is where Tiana ended up being. And that is where Tiana and Naveen ended up doing. They didn't sit back and relax and be like, oh, life's freaking amazing. No, they didn't have servants hand on hand. They made Tiana's dream come true, and Tiana stuck with it. And that's why I love Tiana so much more than any other princess, because she breaks that barrier. She breaks that mold. And yeah, she is definitely the GOAT. She is the greatest of all time. She really, really is. I absolutely love Princess and the Frog. I love Tiana as a character. I love her voice actress, Anika Noni Rose. The song Almost There is just a masterpiece. And just the movie in general is just a masterpiece. So many good songs, so many amazing characters. Yes, Tiana is fantastic, and she is my number one. Always my number one. Okay, moving on. Tinkerbell. Not really a princess, but okay. I mean, Tinkerbell is a sassy little diva, isn't she? You know, she's jealous. She's she's her own little character. I don't know where to put her because I'm not. I mean, I do like Tinkerbell. She's probably one of my favourite parts of Peter Pan. We'll put her in a B. We'll put her in a B. Behind Mulan. We'll put her behind Mulan. Again, I'm not really familiar with the Tinkerbell universe. I know there are like various movies and various TV shows of like Tinkerbell and all her friends in Fairyland, but like I think I've watched a couple, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know there's like ice fairies and grass fairies and fire fairies, and she's a tinker. That's why she's called Tinker Bell, because she's a tinker. She makes things. But yeah, she's a beater. She's a beater. And then where are we? The last one, Vanellope. Vanellope von Schweetz. Again, I mean, technically a princess. Technically a princess, if you do consider the Wreck-It Ralph story law, and I mean in this case they probably are. I mean they're missing a couple actually. They're missing a couple because wait, what year was this? Because technically might not be a princess. 2022. When did Frozen 2 come out? Frozen 2? I'm pretty sure it was like 2021, wasn't it? 2019. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so Anna is not a princess. She's now a queen. So, fair. Fair, I guess. She won't be on this list. Okay, cool. Okay. Vanellope von Schweetz. What do I do with you? I mean, I love Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, I was talking about this the other day. Wreck-It Ralph is a fantastic film. And I have this fond memory of Wreck-It Ralph. And my little brother was, it was like 4 or 5, and he was watching Wreck-It Ralph non-stop for like 6 times a day for like 3 months straight. I love this movie. It's a great homage to gamers and gaming cameos and old school games. It's fantastic. It's a great movie. It really is. Vanellope, yeah, she's a good character. She can be a little bit annoying, and I guess that's kind of like her quirk, her little, her little thing. But yeah, she's a good character. I can give her that. Where can I put her? Where can I put her? I mean, probably for me, it's going to be a C tier. Probably behind. Yeah, it's going to be a C tier. It's going to be a C tier behind Snow White. And oh, sugar. Let's just make sure this is all right before I announce it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so we're starting off with the F tier. F tier is Pocahontas, Raya, and Alice. D tier is Jane. C tier is Ariel, Esmeralda, Aurora, Snow White, and Vanellope. B tier is Moana, Mulan, Tinkerbell, and Cinderella. A tier is Kida, Megara, Merida. S tier is Tiana, Rapunzel, Belle, and Jasmine. And that, ladies and gents, is my princess tier list. Now, this is just my opinion. Of course, this is my opinion. This is not like set in stone. Obviously everyone has their own opinions and entitlements and everything like that. Let me know, who is your favorite princess? Who is your favorite princess? What is your favorite prince? What is your favorite princess movie? and why. Let me know down below in the comments. Let's have a little conversation. Let's sprinkle in some pixie dust down there, and let's have a little bit of conversation. But yeah, this is my list. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, it was something out of the blue. The last episode that I wanted to do, the Would You Rather, the audio was dodgy. And I was like, I can't put this up. It's not good. So next time we're going to have guests is going to be September. Because if I bring up my little schedule here, I'll give you a little sneaky peek. Where are we? Let me see. Okay, so this is out on the 19th of July. This one that you're watching now. And then we have one more episode to launch the 9th of August, which is going to be the next episode, which is going to be the 9th of August. And then we've got another episode to launch on the 23rd, which is potentially going to be from WDW. Potentially, if I remember to do it. If not, then it will be when I come back. There might not be an episode there. You might only get one in August. I'm going to figure it out and see where I jig with it. But yeah, we will figure it out. I'll let you know. Keep you in the loop as I always do. Feel free to check out all my socials down below. I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook and Discord as well. All links will be down there below in case you do want to come and check out the Discord server. It's where you get access to come and talk to me, and not only me, but all the rest of the Disney adults that are in the server. It's a nice little server. Nothing too major, nothing too bad. You can share your own stuff in there. You get access to the videos early, as soon as they launch and as soon as I share them. That is the first place I share them. You get access to inside information of the videos and everything like that. You can come join and chat with us where we do some of our voice chats and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. It's been a lot of fun. Even though it was off the cuff and it was a complete turnaround from what I was supposed to be doing. Hey, sometimes you just got to do it, and you just got to wing it, and you just got to do it. This was a lot of fun. I'm excited to do another one very soon. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Till then, much love. Peace.